So this is a Turkish horn bow. It's a natural composite made out of maple in the core, and then there is a piece of oak in the grip. On the belly there are two horns of water buffalo, and they meet in the middle where there is a small piece of bone. And on the back there is sinew that is glued on. And this bow has the outline profile of a warbow, while the shape of the grip and the tips are more like a flight bow. And these bows, they need to be balanced after they're braced, otherwise they're just too unstable when well, you cannot draw them basically before you have balanced them. And so I thought I would show you how I do this. So to brace the bow, this is best done by two persons, but it's possible to do it alone. And my technique for this is that first you put on one of the knocks, and then I take the other loop and put it on my thumb, just at the outer part of my thumb. And then hold it here, like so, and put both knees together and put pressure on the grip. And then hold as far out towards the tip as you can. Which means that the thumb will get to stretch a little bit, but it's easier to start holding at the far end of the tip. And then it's just a matter of pushing the string over and into the loop. I mean into the knock there. And then when you let go of the pressure, it's important to check that the string is seated well in the knocks, and also that each loop is centered. And then it's okay to hold it like this until you get to check how it's bending and where the problems are. And so this has a little bit sideways twist, and to correct that, it's just a matter of holding the string and holding the bow, and I hold it like so, and I put my knee against here and then pull the bow towards me, and that twists the tip towards the other direction. And then twist and hold it for a while, and then you can let go. And when you let go, you sight along the string against the belly and check that the string is centered along the belly. And so it needs a little bit more correction. You can also put both the kazan and the string against the knee, because then you're sort of bending both the limb and the string, and that makes sure that the string is not slipping off to one side. And you see now on this lower end, it's overcompensated a little bit, but for now that's okay. And then the other is to check the symmetry of the bow, which side is bending the most. A little bit asymmetry is okay, but this is, well, quite little, but there is a little bit more bend here than there is here. So to give more bend on this side, I simply put the knee on the inner side there and this on the outside, and then give it a little bit of pressure. And yeah, that's about it. And then you can again check for twists in the limbs, and this one should now be compensated a little bit to one side. See from a different angle, I'm just doing like so. And it's very important that you don't over twist it so that this string will slide off to the side. So therefore I'm holding the thumb against the string and then twisting. You see there, that's a bit overcompensated, but you can just gently put it back. So once the bow is braced and you have stabilized it, it's okay to just leave it for 5 minutes, just to let it settle down, to relax a little bit. And what will happen is usually that it goes back a little bit, so after those 5 minutes you need to correct it again. And once you're satisfied, then it's okay to start drawing the bow a little bit. And what happens the first few times that you draw it is normally that some of the twist and maybe imbalance also will come back a little bit. So draw it a few times, maybe not more than half draw at first, and then again you check how the string centers in the middle of the limbs. Because the most important is that the string is centered. Whether or not the bend on the upper or lower limb is not exactly the same, that doesn't matter that much, for now at least. So it's a sideways twist that you want to correct first. And this whole process can take, well, anything up to 20 minutes, perhaps. Depends on the bow. Some bows don't need a lot of correcting, while other bows will need more. But this one seems fine for now. And then of course this is only it's only 42 inches long, so but still it has a draw of up to 28 inches, and so there's it needs to bend a lot, and so it's good to spend some time on it and make sure everything is okay before you go to full draw on this. And also a general tip on balancing bows is the more time you spend on it, the more balanced the bow will be, and the more stable it will be as well. So there are two main techniques that I use on these bows, and the most important is to check the alignment of the string, so that the tips are not twisted to either side. And to do that, it's a matter of holding the string and making sure that it doesn't slip off to either side, and then pushing against the knee. The other is to check the balance on the upper and lower limb. And the safest way there is generally to, if you want to induce more bend on this side, then you put the knee on the inside and you take the other hand on the other side, and then you just pull the bow towards you. What you don't want to do is have the bow pointing towards you, because if the string was ever to slip out of the nocks, the tips will come flying up at you, and I've done that once and I don't recommend it. Other bows can have different problems than this, but this one seems to need only a little bit sideways correcting and some slight adjustment on the balance. And once you draw it a few times, it will show some twisting again, and so it's good to keep doing this for a while. So draw the bow and check the string, how it centers, because You see now the string is pretty much centered. And then if you draw it, yeah, there is some imbalance now. So another third technique is just for light corrections. If both limbs are twisting the same direction, you can take both, hold the thumb on each end of the string, and just twist both tips. And then you can recheck. And that's about it.